bird photography is no longer just about bird photography. The plan is to get the audio of the birds over there. Today we need to capture video, and with video comes the problems that we have with capturing quality audio. I don't know how many mics I have been buying and experimenting with. Too many. I'm not saying I have the complete solution to everything, but I can share at least some of my findings in this matter. By the way, this is not sponsored. It's just me rambling about my experience about microphones. Today we are using everything from lav mics like the one I'm talking into right now, which is connected to a DJI Mic 2, up to something like this. A stereo system with a recorder taking high quality audio. The main problem with capturing good audio is not the mic. It's usually, in our case, since we live in Iceland, it's the wind. The wind is a constant problem. You can see how nice weather it's today. Just 24 hours ago or so, we had crazy wind, rain, the weather was totally different. It's really windy. I mean really, really windy. So as you might guess, this is a wind test for the F3 and 2 Clippies on a stereo bar with wind protection. And the plan is to get the audio of the birds over there, but I'm not sure you're going to hear much more than the wind, but let's see what we can hear. I'm going up to the lighthouse over there and see what I get. But I'm monitoring with headphones, and it looks like it's not picking up the wind so much. Capturing audio in situations like that can be very challenging. I'm not saying this is the correct solution for everyone, but the good thing about using a stereo system like this one, where I have 2 Clippies with about 50 centimeters apart, is that you sense the direction the audio is coming from. Like, I don't plan this, but let's record something. I'm gonna turn this on, and the ocean is over there, singing birds over there. There are 3,000 puffins over there. There's an oyster catcher not very happy with my presence behind me. And let's hit record and listen. I bet this sounds locally better than the lav mic. It's a stereo recording, but let's listen to the environment. Obviously it's better to use a headphone listening to this. The reason I have a power bank connected to this, it's a waterproof power bank, is that this gizmo, the Zoom F3 recorder, it uses a lot of energy, and by connecting the power bank I can record for hours. Without it, you can record for, in my experience, not more than 1 hour. One thing I'm planning is I've already ordered from Mic Boosters 2 Clippies, just like these, just not with the XLR. I want the 3.5 jack combined and use it with the camera. So I can plug it in here and use it by fastening it either on each side of the lens hood, or create some kind of a bar right here so I can record audio. Using this is not as difficult as it might look, because it's a measurement, it's what do you call it? Tómastokkur in Icelandic. The light is terrible for photography and videography, but the audio is just fine. A shotgun would be the more sensible way to use. Put a shotgun on here, but most shotguns are designed for people with no forehead. I would love if microphone manufacturers would use their own microphones, no matter what type it is. How am I gonna take pictures like this? Today everybody takes video and photos, so make a microphone that's more in front of the camera, so I can see through my camera properly. I don't know, I've been looking everywhere. I have never found a mic that can do that. I've even used this small ball head to make it higher. It's a little bit out of the way, but I'd like to have it more forward without buying some extra gizmo to fix it. Do it! Of course there are solutions to this, but the shotguns are big and clumsy, and sometimes I'm not so impressed with the audio I get from a shotgun compared to this. It's a different audio. This captures more like omnisound, everything around you, not just from one direction. Sometimes that causes problems, but shotguns are not that wonderful that I just take them over this one every time. The direction I point the shotgun microphone absolutely decides what kind of a sound we have. Like if I go down here, the sound is almost not going to hear what I'm saying, and then I go to the cliffs. This time I'm going to try to take this one out. It's a Sennheiser. I'll put a model down there somewhere. And it's the day after, but it's similar weather. A little bit less wind, but still crazy wind. Now this is how much setup is. I have the F3 right here and the blimp. And I'm gonna try to put the camera down somewhere where it's not going to fly away in the wind. Let's see what we get. From the monitoring, I don't hear any wind noise, but I don't hear the birds either very well, but I can hear very nice sounds from the waves. So for wind protection, this is working very well, at least. That's a good wind. Okay, that's it for the testing of the blimp. When I have a cooperative bird like the guy that's singing for us on the cliff over there, it's wise to use a thing like this. A DJI Mic, it's a recorder in itself. This gizmo is to fasten it because I don't want the birds to fly away with this tiny thing. But you can just press this and it starts recording. And since there's always wind, we always have wind problems, then I take it, put it almost on the rock or just beneath it where the bird is singing. Leave it there, maybe for hours, and then you might get something like this. It's loud because location of placement of mics is even more important than the quality. Quality is of course very important, and I would love nothing more than to have a quality mic with a good wind protection. But still, I'm always trying to be mobile because I like to have everything in one bag and not having to carry these big blimps all the time. Sometimes I do, but I try not to. Even this system can be mobile because I don't have to take this protection all the time with me. You can take this off. These are, it's called baby ball, I think. And it's these balls like this. And inside you have this Clippy looking like this. I hope it's in focus. Looking like this, just a small tiny microphone. There's one mic I'd like to show you. It is so tiny. It's amazing that I haven't lost it yet. It's this little fella. It's not big. It's Clippy, it's called. It's from micboosters.com, something like that. And I use this for the camera, for example. Just plug it in here on the side, and that's a minimal solution. But it captures audio, omnisound. You have to sometimes, pardon my English is not my first language. Now it captures the environment, everything, in mono this time. This captures everything in stereo. Now, what I find good with this one is that it's minimal, it's mobile, it's easy to use, no fuss about using it, and it's competing with many of the most expensive mics I've been using, like this big shotguns and mics that have just different kind of problems. Using small mics like this one, the Clippies, can also be good using them with like Zoom H1N recorder. Very mobile, you can always have it in your bag, and very easy to use. Clippy microphone, simple. Now this was me rambling about my microphone and audio recording experience. Thank you for the patience. I hope you got something from this. Until next time, thank you for watching. Our book, Photographing Iceland, a photo guide to 100 locations, is now available as an ebook. It's written to be the book we wish we had many years ago. It would have saved us a lot of time when we started traveling in Iceland with photography in mind. You can order our books on our website, photographingiceland.is.